Check, check.
Check, check.
Check, check, check.
Check.
Okay.
How the hell did we start it?
Tatas and Tea.
I'm Alexa.
I'm Amanda.
Welcome to Tatas and Tea.
We're back again.
This is I was thinking about this for so long. I'm like, I don't know. Can you be friends with an ex? Like,
I'm not friends with any of my exes, but
I'm friends with some on Facebook, but
Yeah.
not real friends. Like,
anyone I've dated, like, seriously, it just, like, I mean, everyone I've dated has cheated on me, so it has not ended well. So
you wouldn't want to be friends with them? No.
No.
So, like, I was like, maybe if you're friends with somebody who you only went on, like, a couple dates with or something, like, where you don't have this, like, long history with, maybe you could be friends. And I was like, because there's some people that I would still talk to, like, well, I'm going to call her Crazy Amy because that's who she is. She
We're not censoring this one at all.
No censoring here. But went on like a couple dates 14 to 15 years ago. It was that long ago, right? I wasn't even 21 yet. I know that. So that was it. We didn't talk for years. And then I think it was like 6 years ago. I forgot. Whenever we went out for Halloween to a bar, her and her wife or fiance, girlfriend, whatever at the time, they were dressed up as Pooh and Tigger. So you'll never fucking forget that, right?
No.
So of course she fucking found me and we were all talking and that was the last time I saw her. And then we're friends on like social media. She just had twins. So she was asking me questions like they were probably about 6 months, 5 months, something like that. She was asking me questions about a lawyer, I think. Then she was asking me mom questions. So I was like, okay, like this is innocent. Like, I feel okay, like answering questions about that. Then we brought my daughter to the doctor and I'm in Dunkin' Donuts and I saw like, what the hell was it? An espresso or something, like their drink. So I took a picture to send to you and I was like, oh, we should get this for when we record our episode about exes. And I literally look at my phone in my text and it literally from Crazy Amy, do you want to have sex? Literally.
Random.
Do you want to have sex?
Who dis?
Yeah.
Right person?
Yeah.
I think you texted the wrong person.
Right. So we're like, okay, like I didn't answer her for like a while. And I was like, maybe it was a mistake. Mm-hmm. How could that be a mistake though? My name ain't close to Kathy or your
That's
wife or
true.
whatever. So I was like, all right, this is weird. So I was like, what? And she was like, she pretty much just kept going with it, right? She's like, oh, I'm just asking. Like, are you interested? Like, it could be a no. Oh, is your wife going to beat me up? Blah, blah, like, whatever. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? Like, you're going to work. You're at work right now. And you're texting me to have sex. Meanwhile, your wife is home with the 2 kids. Like, are you fucking kidding me? So I'm like, this is literally perfect timing, actually, for our episode. Because I'm like, that's, I'm like, oh, it's so innocent. And we were just talking about our kids, this and that. And now you're asking me to have sex. I said, so clearly my answer is absolutely not. You cannot be friends with any type of ex. And I don't even call her an ex, really.
Yeah, because it was only a couple dates.
We went on a couple dates.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we really dated.
That's crazy.
I'm like, what? And then my friends were like, wait, who had the babies? Like her or her wife? I was like, she did. Because they're like, oh, maybe like, I was like, no, like she had the babies. Like I just had a baby a year ago. And I'm like, I don't even want to have sex in general. Like I hate, our bodies are different.
Yeah.
Like, oh, and the best part is that I sent it to you. She, yesterday, she forgot what kind of cake her wife wanted for her birthday. I guess it's today or yesterday, I forget. So she made her every single chocolate cake, like all 3 brands, and was like, oh, like I'm the best wife, like pretty much, like I made my wife all 3 cakes. She's so lucky. I'm like, yeah, but she wants my fucking cake.
She wants to have your cake.
I was like, I literally wanted to write that comment so badly on the post so everyone sees it. But it's like, that is so sick. Like, oh, her wife is probably like, oh my God, Amy is so fucking thoughtful. She made me every cake, but literally a week ago asked somebody to fuck her. Are you kidding? So yeah, so my answer is absolutely no to anyone that you've ever dated.
Yeah. I agree. I don't think you
I
could be
mean-
friends with an ex. I mean, like, a lot of our responses were, it depends on the circumstances. And a lot of people had agreed, like, serious exes, like, serious relationships. No, it depends on how it ended. It depends. And I do think that's true for some people. Like, I have a friend who dated someone, I think in high school, and like maybe the first year of college or something like that. So a long time ago. And they didn't talk after they broke up for like 10 years. They didn't talk. And then I can't remember exactly how they ended up like reconnecting, but like the ex ended up becoming friends with like my friend's spouse. And so like my friend is now closer friends with her ex's wife. So like they would like double date and whatever. And now my friend is divorced, but like she's able to have this friendship with her ex, but like only after, I don't know, like 10 or so. It might not be that long,
Right.
but however many years of like not talking. And they were like serious, but not like it's high school, right? So like not super serious. Like they were, but it's also your child. So that works for them. But I don't know. For me, I don't really typically casually date people. I did go on a date with someone a few months ago and we were talking and she was like, hey, I'm not really feeling this. And I'm like, you know what? Also same. But like, hey, maybe we could be, because we're both in theater. And I was like, hey, maybe we could be like theater friends. And I genuinely meant that because like I always kind of felt a friendship vibe. I don't think she'd be interested in a friendship. But if she were, I feel like that is a situation where like we could be friends because we went on literally one date. We never kissed, like nothing.
15 years later, she might send you a text.
Oh,
I really fucking can't.
oh my God.
Like
But
what? Like I literally could still picture this in my fucking head from 15. I was so traumatized by it. I'm telling you, I never talked to her again. And back then she kept telling me I was too young.
How old was she?
I don't know. She's like 2 years older than me or 3. I don't know. I forget. But like she's like, you're too young and I want kids. And I'm like, what? Like I was fucking like 19 or 20, but she was like 20 or 21 maybe.
That's weird.
I don't fucking know. She was weird.
That
Very
whole
odd.
situation is really...
It was so weird.
Oh my God.
And the best part is one of our friends, like that I'm still friends with, dated her for like, I think it was like
Oh my God.
over a year.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so she really dated her. And then she said, I used to work at Hellsberg Diamonds in the mall, and it was like a corner store at Woodbridge Mall. And my friend said when they were dating, Crazy Amy would bring her purposely past Hellsberg, and I would probably always be there.
Oh,
And
that's crazy.
she'd be like, I dated her. And my friend, who I guess we didn't meet yet, hated me because she's like, that fucking bitch.
Wow.
Like Crazy Amy keeps talking about her and like bringing me past her and like showing me her. And I'm like,
Can't be friends with an ex.
no, you can't.
Damn. And our listeners had opinions.
Yeah. They
So,
did.
I think so-
Actually, Crazy Amy, I think, said it maybe.
Yeah.
I think she
most
said
people
maybe.
said maybe.
Maybe.
Or like it depends on the circumstances.
If you could be civil type of thing.
It was mostly a maybe, it depends. And then the second most popular answer was no.
Yeah.
I think we only got like 1 or 2 yeses, like very, very few yeses
Mm-hmm.
because like,
But also, like, think of, like, okay, like, Christina, right? If she's friends with her exes, I'd be pissed. You know what I mean? Like, why do you need to be friends with an ex? Like, there's no reason. Like, it's...
yeah. So
Yeah.
my friend tried to set me up one time. He like met this guy, and he was going out to dinner for like this guy's birthday, and he didn't know any of his other friends, and he was like, "Oh my God, you should come! Like if you're around." But then I ended up like not being around. Because I was like, maybe if I'm like done anyway, so I wasn't around, so I didn't go. And afterwards, he came back and he was like, "Yeah, there were like these 2 lesbians there, and like the one is your type, and I was trying to set you up." This was like in I don't know, like November. Yeah, November, because he was that's the last time he was here. So this was like in November, and he was like, "Yeah, I was trying to set you up with like this one lesbian, and I think you guys would have hit it off." And he was like, "But there's so much drama." And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Well, because she was there with her ex." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "Well, her and her ex were together for like 10 years, and they like broke up, but they're still friends, and then they ended up like fighting the whole time." And I'm like,
You don't need that.
I was like,
Drama.
why? Like, yeah, like I wouldn't date her if she was still friends with her ex, because like if you're gonna be friends with an ex, you shouldn't be fighting with your ex, because if you're fighting with your ex still,
There's feelings.
feelings and unresolved issues. And
Right.
like, you know, I have friends who are with people that are friends with their ex, and it always causes a problem. And it causes a problem not because of the friendship in and of itself, but the unresolved feelings that go along with the complications of being friends with your ex. Because like someone always has feelings, and it
Right.
just like always gets messy. For me, like, this person's my ex for a reason. I think that like sometimes like maybe if you're friends first and then you date and you can figure out a way to like go back to that friendship, but like I just don't see a need to be friends with an ex.
Yeah, no. Well, now this brings me to something else. So, like, what if you run into your ex in the wild? So, I did run into my ex at the fucking zoo when I was pregnant with Callie. We went on Christina's birthday. So, it was like a random Monday or Tuesday. I forget what the fuck day it was, but Christina took off of work and we were like, let's go to the zoo. It was a nice day. So, I was like, no. I saw her from like a mile away. She was with her son and wife and like I think her wife's family or something. So I was like to Christina, no way, right? And of course, the whole fucking way that we went in the zoo, they were exactly the same fucking way. So I never like acknowledged it because I was like, if she gets like this close to me and we make eye contact, I'll be like, oh, hey, how are you? And that's it.
Yeah,
Like
just
we
be
have
polite.
kids the same age, like
Yeah.
whatever, it is what it is. And we were like near like the fucking like petting zoo area or whatever. She made it a point to come walk a long distance by herself with her kid, like left her wife and everyone to come over and talk to us. I was like,
What'd she say?
I never in a million years would have fucking done that.
No.
So I was like taken back because I'm like, oh my God, it was nice. Like it was like a nice conversation. It was nothing like, it was like, oh, how are you? Like, you know, your son is so cute, whatever, like type of thing. Like, congratulations, because I was pregnant. Like, you could tell. You know, I was due in February and that was October. I guess she knew. I don't know. She had I mean, I think we're friends on social media, but like we don't talk
Yeah.
or anything. But yeah, so I'm like, of course I had to fucking run into her. So like I was civil, but like I wouldn't say like, oh, we're friends.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't hang out with her.
No, I don't
You
think
know
that's
what I
friends.
mean?
That's like a different thing where like it's like if you run into, that's not like a friendship, but like that's like a civil thing. And I feel like that, like, so the girl I went on the date with, I actually ended up running into her a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you say hi to her?
I did, because I went to see a show and I walked in right behind her, and I heard her in the parking lot speaking, and I was like, oh my God. And I was like, no, what are the odds? Like, what are the odds that we go to the same night and we walk in at the same time?
Right.
And
Hey,
yeah,
it's fate.
yeah, yeah,
Right?
maybe. Honestly, like,
Well, you are into theater, so like
yeah,
that makes sense.
It does make sense.
bit, yeah.
But yeah, like she's someone I ran into, and like her I'd be friends with, because like, but it's like crazy what a small world if I ran into, I don't think I've ever run into, oh no, I did run into one of my exes at Georgie's, and that also was one that did not end well. And we did not say a single word to each other. At one point, we walked right past each other and made eye contact and said absolutely nothing. And I don't have anything to say to her, because my mom said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say
say it at
anything
all.
at all. It's also like
Yeah.
one of those situations where like, I think that's sometimes the best you can do. Like the best thing you can do is like say nothing, because like, why put the energy in? I don't have the energy to be fake to someone. Like I don't want to talk to her. And I'm not going to put in the energy to like fake being nice. And like,
Right.
I don't like, there's no bad blood anymore. It's been like years, like 5 years since like we've, no, longer than that. That's bad math. It's been like 8 years since we've dated. So like, it's just why bring up the bad blood? Now, I do wonder for like the ones that are like really traumatizing, like how I'd react. But there's this theory, I can't remember what it's called, but basically the idea behind it is like when you're with someone for a really long time and you break up with them, if you never run into them again, it's because they were never meant to be in your life. Like, so you could live on the same street, go to all the same restaurants, all the same grocery stores, and not ever run into that person again. And that's because that person was actually never meant to be a part of your life. So I think that's kind of what it is. Like when I break up with someone and I don't run into them, it's because that person was not meant to be around me.
Right. the weirdest thing was, I totally just thought of this. When I was coaching high school softball, I had a coach against my ex, like Ange.
That's crazy.
She was the head coach of Old Bridge, and I was at Woodbridge. And at the end of the game, well, of course, the beginning of the game, you have to talk to them. Throughout the game, you see them. And then at the end, you literally have to shake hands.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, so that was fucking fun. And then I wouldn't consider her an ex, but Mariana, the one who Christina dated.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
then,
yeah.
like, I was, like,
The
hooking up
Plenty
with,
Fish.
like, the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was also coaching at the time when I was coaching at a different school. And we would see each other, right? So I think I coached first base, right? So her girlfriend would come to the games and literally stand as close as possible as she could to me, like on the sideline, like pretty much like I'm watching you type of thing. Like, what in the world? I have not talked to this lady since I was like 18 years old, like 18, 19, like whatever that time frame. Like, we haven't done anything like that since then. And she was like up my ass. And Mariana wouldn't fucking talk to me or like look at me when the girlfriend was there. But the second the girlfriend was not there, like, or before the game or whatever, this bitch was flirting with me. And I'm telling you,
Shady.
all the other coaches, I'm like, watch this fucking happen. Tell me I'm not fucking nuts. They would be like, this is the weirdest fucking thing. And like, we played this team multiple times throughout the season. So it would be the same thing every time without the girlfriend there, flirting, talking to me, whatever. When the girlfriend was there, the girlfriend was as close as possible to me and like literally up my ass, like staring me down as I'm coaching. And the girl and the coach, like Mariana, would not look at me.
See, this is why also
Yeah.
like you can't be friends with an ex, is because like it makes your new partner feel a certain way. And there's always this like, and we can talk about secure versus insecure attachment all we want, but the reality of it is, for most people, when you are dating someone and that person is friends with an ex and like you see how they interact, they're gonna interact a lot of times like people who have dated, and like it's gonna make you uncomfortable. And it's like, that's the other thing, is like, if I'm trying to move on, I don't want my old baggage
Right.
constantly around me. Like, I already have enough baggage from the trauma my exes have put me through that I have to carry. I don't want a constant reminder also right there in my life and also in my partner's life. Like, I don't want my partner to have to deal with like my ex. That's crazy.
It's just weird. And I wouldn't even consider her an ex. We didn't really
Yeah.
date. And like, it's just a weird, like
Yeah.
weird situation.
So
So yeah, no,
the answer to the question of can you be friends with an
No.
ex, we have determined the answer is no.
no.
We said
Definitely not.
maybe. Some of you say maybe. Some say yes. For us, it's a no.
Mm-hmm.
What should our next topic be?
I don't know.
Anyway, if you have any topics you want us to cover, we have a whole list of things that we can cover, but sometimes we like to keep it relevant to what's happening in life,
Yeah.
in our lives, you know, or just in general. But if you have a topic or you want to be a guest, let us know. We are on social media. We're on Instagram, TikTok, at Tatas and Teapod. And you can listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. And that is
Yeah.
the tea on Tatas and Tea.
Don't be friends with your exes.
Don't be friends with your exes. Never a good idea. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Listen up, fans, we're Tatas and Tea, where we turn our traumas into comedy. But we're here for some fun to retell our life tales, from hilarious dates to epic fails. You want some advice, just ask away, but we'll share our opinions either way. No problems too big, no questions too small. With Tatas and Tea, we'll cover